the proposers and the opposers. So we are all gathered here to hear what the proposers are going to tell us about English being used as the medium of instruction from primary to tertiary levels of learning.
Thank you, Chairperson, Secretaries, Timekeeper, the High Table, and the audience. I'm here to propose the motion which have been created by the motion mover, as it states that English language should be used as the medium.
Good afternoon. In front of you, I'm one of the opposing side. I'm going to pose the motion state that English language should be used as the medium of instructions from primary level to tertiary level in the institution by the following points of views. First, use of English language is a time wastage. Second, use of English language lowers students' performance. Third one, the way of not using English language increase solidarity and patriotism.
Thank you, Chairperson, Secretary, and all high table, and all members on the floor. I'm here to propose the motion which states English should be used as a medium of instruction from primary to high-level institution. Use the following points. First is a language of business. Second is a language that's used as a model of many other.
I'm here to strongly oppose the motion that states English should be used as the medium of instruction from primary to high learning institution. I'm strongly opposing the motion by the following points. My first point is English is actually a necessary expense. My second point is other national languages create unit and cooperation among people of the particular nation. And my third and last point is
the use of national language increases and promotes nation security. The other point is the use of national language enhances development. The other point, the use of English language is a sign of strength. They are able to promote their security. Even if the information leaks to other countries, the people are not able to understand on what the issue was going on. The other point, the use of English language, the sign of slavery. You know, slavery, that's the way someone controls the other person. The topic here means that English is against the use of other languages and not English against the use of Kiswahili language. So, when I say that the use of other languages brings development, I can take an example of China, I can take an example of Russia. They use their language and now they are high. Every day they're going high and high in development.
Tanzania, so you cannot talk about China. You're Tanzania and you are using Kiswahili. Where are you now?
We never said that we specify a country as Tanzania, Kenya, or any other country. So here we can take a case study of any country. So we should not limit it here.
Thank you, Chairperson, Secretary, Timekeepers, and other members of the floor. I salute you. I'm going up by the name of Oliver Fred Mache. You can call me Oli if you like it. Okay? I'm here to propose the motion with the Chairperson I said before. I'm going to mention 5 points. English is non-restricted. English is source of job. English is also officialized in worldwide. English is globally used in electronic medias. English is the diplomacy. Okay, I'm going to start with the first point. English is not easy, that is crazy. You don't add about what I say. It is globally used in electronic media. And not the point have you not added? I cannot them.
I'm here to oppose the motion as being stated by the motion mover with my 3 enormous points. First point, national language can expose country internationally. How it is? By using of our national language, it's easy for other nation it's easy for other national language to be curious, eagerly to know what are we up to, what's up with us, what do we want to acquire by using our national language. So this will influence and make other nations curious of knowing what are we up to. My second point, the use of our national language, it reduces a lot. I argue with that because I know just taking else like history, language, but some explanation will be in Swahili because it's our national language. Okay, my third point, English language. It's an estimate the skills of people. By the use of English language, other people who they don't know English, it's difficult for them to represent what they have to the society. Example,
I'm here to propose the motion which said that English should be used as a medium of instruction from primary level education to high level. I definitely agree with the motion due to the following points. Firstly, English language is a language is used in interviews. English language is practicable. English language is the language of prestige. Lastly, some words in English language cannot be translated into Swahili language. I will start explaining one after another.
There is no any language which is competent. Even English language is not competent, and thus it needs an extra help from other language. You're using Kibakwe, that is a French language, and many other words. Thank you, Chairperson.
Okay, I'm here to oppose the motion as it has been stated by the previous speakers. First point, the use of English proves the country as inferior. Let me tell you something, my dear Tanzanians. The use of English proves us as inferior because we have ours, but we're not using. Why are you using English? What is the contribution of English? English, it's nothing. Okay. My second point is that the use of national language proves that the country is sovereign and independent. My third point is that the use of national language increases literacy rate in the country. When I say that, I mean that when national language is used in provision of education, everyone will be able to learn because
agenda will find people discussing different news that happen in the world by using English language. Third point, English language make a person to look himself as educated one.
We know that if we take German as a case study, German are not using English, and most of them are educated and they're developed. And if we take case study of China, don't tell me that China, the whole Chinese people, they know English. They don't, and a lot of them are educated. And if we take case studies of other countries like Kenya, they're using English, and most of them are not educated just because of their poverty and the other thing, but they're not educated, but they're using English. And for the second point is that English increases the rate of unemployment people. Well, if we take Tanzania as a case study, we say that most of the people who are employed in Tanzania, they look at English, and that thing really is disappointing because people are having skills, people are having knowledges, but they cannot express themselves in English. That means they're not employed. That means you remove that skills in those different sectors or maybe different industries. People are not working there just because they don't know English. That's not fair. Well, by then, if you take a case study in German, people are not knowing English, but then they're employed. This means if we use any other language, mainly our own national language, we can get employment, we can improve our sectors, we can improve each and everything, even education sector, which you're just trying to blabbing out on. Thank you.
I'm here to propose the motion as being proposed by my fellow proposers due to the following points. The first one, English is used in international organizations. The second one, English is used in academic matters. Also, English is used in all formal and legal matters in everywhere in the world. Due to the following explanation, I'd like to give a briefly explanation to all of my points. First of all, English is used everywhere. As we are using English, so you cannot say that you have to use Swahili or any other language at this time. Also, English is used in every legal matter. Example, is studying law, international affairs, and then
Is the national identity. I'll give brief explanations. First, my first point was that English language creates phobia among users. First, taking an example, when a person is using English language, maybe a teacher is using English language, and a student is used to any language, any national language or her mother tongue language. This will give him or her a difficulty to ask a teacher or get brief explanation due to the language used. Another point is that English language creates or elevates classes within the society. This is because the use of there are people in the society who knows English and other who are not familiar to the English language. So the ones who are using English language and the ones who are not using English language, this will create a bridge or class among them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any question from the audience?
Okay, another question is that you have said that it creates classes. So are we having classes between the people who know English and people who don't know English? If maybe you have your grandies or your daddy or your mom who doesn't know English, so you separate at home because maybe your dad or mom doesn't know English.
I haven't said that English language. You said that English language creates or shows national identity. I've said that English language makes a person. As you know, the one indicator of identity is your language. So the use of English language decreases the national identity of a certain country. Thank you. Be careful.
English is language of scholarship. And my second point is that English language is used in the scientific and technical. By starting with my first point, English is language of scholarship. As we study here, we apply scholarship from various countries, foreign countries, Chinese, America, British. We apply different scholarships. And in language of communication, since we meet with different people who speak different language, like Chinese, Indians.
Those colonialists, they come to exploit you. They bring a foreign language to you, but you are still using it. That is the sign of adapting neocolonialism. The second point is that the use of English cause unnecessary arguments. As you see here, you guys, you're arguing something which is just open. Something is open. What you are using English, while you are using English while it is not your national language. So you are arguing something which is very open. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Chairperson. And I am going to judge as follows. In this debate of today, there was a poor performance, poor pronunciation, like walk instead of work, I instead of high, nothing instead of nothing, second instead of second, China instead of Chinese, Marekani instead of America, third instead of third, thank you is instead of thank you, something instead of something. And other students are undisciplined here. They are talking here like they are talking with their young sisters. Stop it. And few students, especially men speakers, others are not smart, so they didn't iron their clothes. Thank you.
Okay, I would like to welcome the teachers.
Thank you so much. I would like to express a few explanations from what you have been doing here. Actually, you are not in a competition, but you have to show that you are competing. Thereafter, you will have to be friends. Okay? The action you have been doing here, it is very nice. It is interesting. Congratulations for that. After that, I have to express my categories, which have been categorized here. I've categorized this debate and this motion into 4 categories that we shall see: the structure, that is the semantic, the syntax. We shall see semantical, we shall see lexical, and the phonological. To start with, syntactical. Actually, one of the speaker came here and said, our teacher use English language. Our teacher use English language. We don't have that structure in English. The Concordial Agreement does not allow us to speak a such statement. But if you lack some Concordial Agreement, okay, you can speak. But if you are rich in the Concordial Agreement, you could have to say, our teacher should teach us by using English language. English language. You always say English language. Phonologically, we don't have English language. We have English language. Okay? If you express things phonologically, we have language. We don't have language. Okay? Thereafter, this is syntactical level. You are talking as to where we have speak. You are talking as to where you have speak. One of the speakers said so. Instead, she could say, you have spoken. You have spoken, not speak. You are taking us to where we have speak. Okay? Look at that Concordia Agreement. It could be you are taking us to what we have spoken. That is another structure in this part. It is if I go to China. If I go to China instead of China. If I go to China, I speak Chinese. Okay? If one of you said, if I will speak China, you could say, I will have to speak Chinese. I will have to speak Chinese. Okay, that was the part of syntactical. I come to semantical. I made this short analysis. This short analysis should also base on semantical. Okay, one of the students said, a student from Tanzania is not good in English. A student from Tanzania is not good in English. One could have to say, a student from Tanzania is not good at English. We don't have in English, we have at English. A student from Tanzania is not good in English. It could be, a student from Tanzania are not good at English. Another, they don't know English because of their stupidity. The language used, please observe the language used. Don't use harsh language. Use a sophisticated language. The language you use here should have to help the others. Don't use too much harsh language, okay? I think you know euphemism. You should have to euphemize the words you have spoken. Another is lexical. A Tanzania student instead of a Tanzanian student. A Tanzania student instead of a Tanzanian student. Another, the people from China. The people from China instead of the people from China. Another is phonological. Phonological. In phonology, most of you, the word language you have been articulating it as language. It is not language. It is language. It is language. Another word is people. You say the people. Other people. Other people. We don't have such word in English. You articulate it phonologically. It could be another people. Another people. Another people. Okay, national language instead of nation language. National language. Another, I'm studying in order to be educated. I'm studying in order to be educated. Instead of, I'm studying in order to be educated. 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 We have education. We don't have education. If you are talking a vernacular, it's okay. But if you are in the level of analysis of the language, should be education. The people from Korea use their language. Instead of people from Korea use their language. Okay, another word is computer. People use the computer. We don't have computer, we have computer. Computer. Okay, using our national language instead by using our national language. Thank you, chairperson. Thank you, chairperson. Thank you, chairperson. No, we don't have person in English. We have person. Thank you, chairperson. Thank you, chairperson. And unfortunately, we don't have fortunately in English. We have unfortunately. Unfortunately, if I go to Kenya, instead of if I go to Kenya, you people instead of, you people. Okay, this is the end of my SWOT analysis which I have done. So I would like to congratulate you all, both sides, the opposers and the proposers, from what you have been doing. You are good, of course. You are good at English. Thank you so much. Keep it on touch. Thank you, Chair Lady.
First of all, I would like to salute you guys for this gathering. And in front of you, I'm really proud of you. Maybe my colleague have rectified a lot. So, just to remind you guys.
Okay, and for the case of proposers, they had a total of 19 points, whereby out of those 19 points, 5 points were repeated. So from that, it means that the proposers have a total of 14 points. So, I would like to announce the winner of today's debate. That's the Mazae girls. Okay. Lastly, I would like to thank you all for your cooperation. Thanks for your attention. Yeah, thank you everyone. And our debate is over.
Wanafunzi Mazae. Halo, wewe. Tuende tukapanga tena nini kwa nini posta pale tu leo hizi kesho.
Wewe, nimekwambia usipande mbele, unaona sasa? Kama rudi kabe. Wewe, baki tuda.
Nini uko? Wewe. Ipo umejificha kangu. Angalia kule huko. Wakiangalia huko wanashangilia wewe ndani.
Thank you.